In this video, I'm going to show you how you can trap and stack wipe every AI nation's army with just one single fort. And for that, I'm in a little game over here as Portugal, and I've declared war on Castile. And you can see they're walking up to me with, 25,000 troops, which together, them and Aragon, that's basically their entire army, right? Now, you can see that I've deleted the fort on this province over here on the border, because this trick actually only works if your fort is placed a little behind the border, okay? And that of course has to do with the zone of control of that fort. So you can see in this case, the fort in Lisboa over here still exists, but it is mothballed, okay? Which means that it currently does not have a zone of control on these two adjacent provinces, okay? So that means that the enemy troops can freely walk between these provinces, okay? And that is what I want to abuse for this trick, because as you can see, I've placed 1k stacks on either one of these adjacent provinces, as well as my main army on that fort, okay? And they won't attack that main army before they, fought these smaller armies and stack wipe them, of course, because the AI is really interested in catching these smaller stacks. I'm just going to let a few days pass and you're going to see what happens with this giga stack over here. Of course, I lose this 1k stack, but you can see that they are immediately going into the other province that would normally be under the zone of control. And same also goes for these Castilian stacks over here. So you can see right now that there is a 24,000 stack walking into that province before the Lisboa fort. Okay, so just a very small explanation of zone of control. A fort has a zone of control of adjacent provinces, and an army always gets a returning point in the last province that they left that wasn't a zone of control. Okay, so this means that if these 24,000 troops walk into this province over here, their returning point, so their return province will be this province over here, because it right now does not have a zone of control as I deactivated the fort, and they are leaving this province. So this will become their return province. Now, actually, I don't really want to have the free company in that as well, so I'm just going to see when they are going there, which is the 9th. So I'm just going to go in that province already and catch this free company over there before. But yeah, you're going to see once they are in there, so on the 9th, I'm going to do the trick. There we go. Now everyone except this free company is in that province and has its return province set to Coimbra over here, right? What that means is that I can now turn on my fort, okay? And after 1 day, this means immediately that there is now a zone of control. So you can see that in this fort map mode. Now, a very interesting thing that happens is if your return province becomes an enemy zone of control, such as in this case, right? Then your return province just goes away. Okay, so you won't have a return province anymore. And as they are also right now standing on a province with a zone of control, they are now literally trapped in these 3 provinces, okay? They can walk back to the province where they came from, because you can always do that, and they can walk onto the fort. And that means that if I right now just stack wipe these free company over here, I have now trapped these 24,000 troops within these 3 provinces. They literally cannot walk outside. And that's also why it's so important to delete or to not do this in a fort that is on the border, because if now this province over here, Evora, would be a Castilian province, then they could walk onto that Castilian province, okay? Because you can always walk onto your own controlled territory. That's why this trick only works with a 4 that is a little behind the front line, okay? But then this actually means that you can trap every army with just one single 4 and this little trick that I just showed you. Now the last thing that I need to do is, of course, go in after the month tick and defeat this army once, and after that they won't be able to run away and I can stack wipe them. You see, I barely won this battle because they have so many troops already, but it really doesn't matter how close you win this, you just need to win it at all. You can see they are running away to that adjacent province. Sadly, I won't be able to catch them in the same month, so I have to do this whole thing one more time. And now they are running away to this province again. As I said, they are trapped in these 3 provinces. They cannot run away anywhere else. And therefore I will catch them in the same month and therefore stack wipe his entire army, so that they right now have 1k troops and 0k troops, even though they had almost 30,000 troops before this. And this mechanic, of course, works the exact same way in every similar situation. But as I said, it just doesn't work if one of these provinces that you want to trap them in is placed directly next to one of their owned and controlled provinces. So you would have to siege that province down or something, or control it, as I did in this case, and then they are trapped, and then you can completely wipe them with no problem. So I hope you enjoyed this little video for this week, and we are going to see, as always, on the next Monday.